Alright guys, again today solving quadratic equations by completing the square method. Okay, so completing the square. Here's the basic formula. You should remember this from Algebra 2 and Algebra 1 even, I believe. But see how the biggest key here is that it's 1x squared, so do we have 1p squared? Yes. So then, see how you have, so to complete the square, you do b divided by 2 squared, which is 4 squared, which is 16. And what that factors into is b plus 4 squared. Because see, multiplies to 16, adds to 8, 4 and 4. And see how it has b divided by 2 squared here? Okay. So now, here you have z squared minus 20z plus, it's always plus, negative 10, or sorry, negative 20 divided by 2 squared. So you have z squared minus 20z plus negative 10 squared, which is z squared minus 20z plus 100. And that factors into z minus 10 squared. Okay? See how this one had a plus, and we ended up with plus when we factored? This one is a minus, so it's going to be a minus. Okay? Let's keep going. So I'm going to try to do these a little shorter now. So you have x plus 12x plus 12 divided by 2 squared, which is x plus 6. Sorry. 12x plus 36. Because 12 divided by 2 squared is 36. So that's x plus 6 squared. Okay. Now this one I won't, but watch what we do here. Plus b divided by 2, because multiplying by a half is the same thing as dividing by 2. So 1, 2, so you have 2/3 squared. So this would be y squared plus 4/3 y plus 4/9, which is y plus 2/3 squared. Let's take a look at some more. Alright, so now we're actually going to solve by completing the square, because can anything factor? Nothing multiplies to 5 and adds to 8. So, watch what I do here. So see how I added the 5 over to the other side. Now, x squared minus 8x plus negative 8 divided by 2 squared equals 5 plus negative 8 divided by 2 squared. You got to add it to both sides of the equation. So this is going to be x squared minus 8x plus 16 equals 5 plus 16. So x minus 4 squared equals 21. Square root. So you get x minus 4 equals plus or minus the square root of 21. Add the 4. You get x equals 4 plus or minus square root of 21. You can't simplify 21 at all, so we just keep, so we're done. This is it. Okay? Okay, so here they already moved it over to the other side for us. So now we just got to complete the square. So you have x squared minus 4x plus negative 4 divided by 2 squared. Add it to both sides. Okay. this is going to be x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals negative 3 plus 4, and this is x minus 2 squared equals 1. Square root, so you get x minus 2 equals plus or minus 1. So you get x equals 2 plus or minus 1. So you get x equals 1 comma 3. Because 2 minus 1 is 1, 2 plus 1 is 3. Let's take a look at some more. Okay, so here's the thing. See how this is not 1x squared? So what we need to do is we need to factor it out. So you have 4 x squared plus x equals 3. Now, so you have 4, and then you have x squared plus x plus 1 divided by 2 squared equals 3 plus 1 divided by 2 squared. But here's the thing. See how this is inside the major big parentheses here, and there's a 4 outside? That means you have to include multiplying it by 4 over here. Okay? So now you have x squared plus x plus 1/4 equals 3 plus 4 times 1/4. So you have 4 x squared, x plus 1/2 squared equals 3 plus 1. So you have 4 times x plus 1/2 squared equals 4. Divide both sides by the 4. Those cancel to also be 1, so you get x plus 1/2 squared equals 1. Square root, x plus 1/2 equals plus or minus 1. So you would get x equals negative 1/2 plus or minus 1. So negative 1 minus 1, or negative 1/2 minus 1. So you get x equals negative 3/2, and then 1/2. Okay? Now here, we got to distribute and combine here. So you're going to get x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals 2. Add the 3 over. X squared plus 2x equals 5. Now we got to complete the square. So you have x squared plus 2x plus 2 divided by 2 squared equals 5 plus 2 divided by 2 squared. So you have x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 5 plus 1. So you have x plus 1 squared equals 6. Square root both sides, so you have x plus 1 equals plus or minus the square root of 6. So x equals negative 1 plus or minus square root of 6. Okay? Only a couple more. Alright, again, see how a is not 1? And we have this here, but before we do that, try to get a being equal to 1. All of these are divisible by 4. So we can just divide everything by 4. So you have x squared minus 16x plus 64 equals 16. Now, this one already does, watch, this is x squared, or x minus 8 times x minus 8 equals 16. Well, that's just x minus 8 squared equals 16. So square root both sides. you get x minus 8 equals plus or minus 4. So x equals 8 plus or minus 4. So x equals 4 and 12. So there we go. We'll see you guys in class.